Okay, later. Now,
But they all seem to be on.
the jury has been called in. I'm in major technical difficulty. Didn't mean to guys the last time. It took forever to get feeling. So fingers crossed, everyone. Can we, ooh, ooh,
So
ooh,
that one, it's not you.
ooh, here we go. No indoor thing. Been nerve-wracking. Oh no. Oh no. Even now. Out. Oh my god. No. No.
detention all day, every day. Someone else I don't have a camera button over here this time. Which one? They're not on yet.
I don't know how much I'm going over it again, guys.
Okay.
Damn. Oh, I had to go back because
All right.
it went down.
20 CR 1358. People versus Letecia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury is not present in the courtroom. I've been advised that the
Hey,
jury
James,
has
it
reached,
makes you
verdicts in
dandy.
this case. Before I bring the jury in, I want to remind everybody of a couple of things. First
Yep.
of all, if you have a phone out, put it away, unless you are in this front row.
And this is
in
backed
addition,
up, guys,
I know that
because
this
it kicked
is
me
an
off
emotional
stream
case.
for
I
a
get
bit.
that. I understand that.
And I
very
didn't
acutely.
know.
But this
I
jury
know,
has
I know,
worked
I
hard.
know, I
So
know.
regardless of whether you agree with or don't agree with their verdict, you need to exercise appropriate
Gannon's
decorum.
dad, guys, watch
so let's not have
him.
any emotional outbursts or anything like that. And I think
Bye.
we're good to go.
Thank you, jury.
Let's go ahead and bring the jury in.
I'm having so many problems, guys, with my internet. Oh my God.
Okay.
Let me know what you guys think of Starlink. Oh my God. This is so awesome. See you later, Maria. Letecia, bye-bye. Oh, thanks, James. I have been on the phone. Well, no, not on the phone, but on the computer talking to Dell for like ever. I don't know what the hell's going on, but oh, thank you, babe.
So long as it's
We're going to get Starlink. Can you guys let me know what you think of that? Thank you, Colorado. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Oh, James, right?
All rise for the jury, please.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know how much I blanked out there. Do you guys know? Oh my word. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
Thank you. May all be seated. Court will recall 20 CR 1358.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we
Record should
go.
reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
That I heard.
Oh
my God, oh my God, oh my God.
That would be you. Has all the instructions and things like that. That's usually a tip-off to me that you might be a person.
All right, James. Hey.
And has the jury reached verdicts in this case? All right. If you would hand instructions and the verdict forms to Mr. Sproul, please.
I'm doing the happy dance, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm a mess.
The verdict forms do appear to be in proper order.
Goodbye.
I will have a question for you because there's some extra writing on here, but I think I understand what's going on. So, with respect to count number 1, charge of murder in the first degree after deliberation, we, the jury, find the defendant Letecia Stauch guilty of count number 1, murder in the first degree after deliberation. With respect to count number 2, charge of murder in the first degree, child under 12 by a person in a position of trust, we, the jury, find the defendant Letecia Stauch guilty of count number 2, murder in the first degree, child under 12, position of trust. With respect to count number 3, charge of tampering with a deceased human body, we, the jury, find the defendant Letecia Stauch guilty of count number 3, tampering with a deceased human body. With respect to count number 4, charge of tampering with physical evidence, we, the jury, find the defendant, Letecia Stauch, guilty of count number 4, tampering with physical evidence. I wanted to ask the jury, or actually the foreperson, there is some extra writing on here with respect to question number 1. There's a cross through and some initials. And then on part B, there's also a cross through with
Not at all.
initials. Was that signifying that you were not answering that and you intended to answer guilty as to that charge? All right. And is that what you intended with all of your affidavit forms? All right. With that, does either side of the jury? All right. This is that is sometimes by attorneys following everyone's agreed on parts of it. So down in juror number 1, and are these verdicts? Number 2, are these your verdicts? Juror 3, and are these verdicts? Juror number 4, and are these verdicts? Juror number 5, and are these verdicts? 6, and are these your verdicts? Is this your verdict? Juror number 8, is this your verdict? Juror number 9, are these verdicts? Juror number, is this your verdict? Juror number 11, is this your verdict? Juror number 12, are these your verdicts?
Oh, Lewis. Yeah, pretty good.
For your service. There's get training. Are you all elected? We're willing to open-minded, and we're willing to make decisions.
Oh my God, it's so awesome. Bye-bye.
You,
Bye.
jury,
It brew.
all day.
Oh, so good.
They with or some act of your service.
So was I.
They want to express their opinion on the matter. However, we didn't ask
Okay,
them
I'm
for
going
any of
off
your
screen.
We asked you for your judgment. We asked
Oh,
you
no.
your verdict based on the law.
It's kind of there. Yeah, I'm back. I keep kicking me.
From the
Pro.
perspective did. They did discuss the facts with 11 others who were also fair and impartial, sworn to follow the law. Decided this case. This verdict is your, and then verdict in the case. No approval or disapproval. No precedent is that fact. This is the verdict case. Press
Yeah,
or
people.
someone else at some point may talk to you.
Okay.
Live in a world of voyeur and reality. This is about a
Nice. No. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is the worst. Oh, Christ.
was a gap. They made a dice evidence, your thoughts is in your vision. It's a free country. Anyone can ask you anything about your answer if you choose. They can so, however.
Oh, God, crying out loud.
Respect your privacy and allow you
No, no. Oh, give me a
to contact
break.
them only if you want to talk to them. If you don't want to, you don't talk to any of them.
Tisha does look surprised.
If you do talk to someone, you can tell them as little or as much as you. Someone has been asking
Oh, no.
regarding some aspect of your service.
I'm sorry, such a pain in the ass, guys.
You're free to give it, David.
We were.
Your client affidavit. That is a decision you are in.
Oh, guys. No, this is worse. How are you guys? You're still there? Hey. No, yeah.
If anyone continue.
Oh my God.
Have told them you do not want to speak about the matter or becomes critical of you or your jury service, please report that incident to me. Again, I want to thank you very much for your service. Without honest people of our community serving on jurors, we cannot secure the right to a jury trial in this country. And it's a very valuable and a very important right.
I'm not moving. I can't see chat. Sorry,
I
guys.
want to leave you with some language from a case that was decided by the United States Supreme Court in Louisiana versus Duncan. In that case, an individual was denied the right to a jury by trial, or a trial by jury, sorry. And that case went all the way up to the United States Supreme Court.
I love this judge.
And the Supreme Court sent it back to the state of Louisiana. And it said, you need to give this man what the Constitution requires, which is a trial by jury. And when it sent the case back to Louisiana, it said,
Sentencing in 30, right?
we believe that trial by jury is fundamental to the American scheme of justice. Trial by jury is more than an instrument of justice and more than one wheel of the Constitution. It is the lamp that shows that freedom lives. Without your dedication and sacrifice,
Nobody
that lamp
sitting
would
at the
not shine
defense
as brightly
table
as it
looks even
does. So
surprised.
I truly
That
thank
one
you for
lawyer
your
that
service.
was purple and red
You
the
are
whole
now
time, the closest to
discharged
the wall,
with the thanks of the court.
still purple and red.
And for the
He needs to
last
get his
time,
blood pressure
All rise
checked.
for the jury, please.
Yay, great jury, did their job. Woohoo. Bye-bye, Letecia. Go find a dance partner in the Hooskow. You're not so tough, you will find out. Justice for Gannon.
Thank you. You may all be seated. I don't know how you want to proceed on sentencing. I do need to talk to the jury for a few minutes because I need to tell them some things about security issues, counseling issues, and things like that. So I do need to talk with them.
I'm over here with you
for
guys. I'm
a
not going to
few minutes.
highlight anything, but I'm
I
going to
also
look.
didn't know if the family, the prosecution, anybody wanted to have some time to process the verdicts. I also understand that everybody's been here for 5 weeks, so I get that part too. So I'm open to whatever you want to do with respect
Life
to
should
sentencing.
mean life.
But I
Absolutely.
probably am going to need at least a half an hour with the jury.
Yeah, dandy.
I
It
think that would
depends
be
on the
appropriate,
state.
Judge. The
James, in
people are
some,
obviously ready
it's
to go to
actually your
the
entire
sentencing.
life
We'll
as
get
it
answers
should
as
be.
well.
Okay.
And I can tell you that the family's been thinking about this day for over 3 years. They're ready to go to sentencing as well.
Okay. Then give me about 30 minutes and we will come back and proceed to sentencing at that point in time.
All right. Bye-bye, Letecia. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Good job. They did a great job. Now let's hope that this the penalty stage gets maxed out, and I think it might. Thanks for hanging in with all of my little glitches here. I probably said it already, but tried on my laptop and it was like, oh no, the screen, I couldn't get it the way I needed it. Letecia was caught on camera making a drop to an inmate who was later found dead from an OD. Are you freaking kidding me? Is that in Discord, Mexi? What the F? Three life sentences, 50 years, 150 years-ish. So is life sentence in the US the same as it is in Canada, 25 years? Other than those states that life is life? Guys, I'm just gonna stay on here until they come back, because if they keep this open, I have a better chance of being able to the stream has ended. Of course it has. But with that said, okay, I've caught up. The stream has ended. Oh my, oh my. Testing, testing. Okay, so I'll watch for them again. Unreal. It is not, but I can find it and throw it in there. I kind of think I heard about that today. In Colorado, you do a minimum of 40 years before. Oh, whoa. Okay. That's decent. That's decent. Canada is 25 years. So again, it's state to state, right? 3 life sentences. Yeah, I hope they sock it to her. Oh my word. They did the right thing. Did you want earbuds, babe? He's paying attention about those fires. So if you hear anything in the background, that's what it is. If he brings on music, I'll mute out. There's a lot going on with those wildfires. It's brutal. 25,000, I think they said, have had to move out of their homes, and 40 years per. Well, I was getting worried. I don't know about you guys. But I'm happy. I was getting a little bit stressed out. It was starting to get into the time where I'm thinking, whoa, boy, they should have been back. They should have been back. I was watching ICKEDMEL the other night, and he was like, I think he did like a 10-minute rant on like, what the hell? I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I had to laugh because he doesn't rant very often. I really like him. He would be, I guess, if you look kind of up to and somebody you would like to kind of go along the same trail as they do, as far as showing content and the rest of it, he would be the one I would probably want to be like the most. He's the one that I will watch and kind of use him as a mentor. I liked his relaxed fashion. He's got a great personality. He's really good. He is in my description down below. So what? We've probably got about 20 minutes. I hope Albert and Landon can finally get some rest. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Was she guilty on all charges? Yeah, she was guilty on everything. Yeah. He does brouhaha. I really like him. He's drama free. I get scrolling through and I see some of these people, like, I thought they were supposed to be true crime, but they'll have a panel of like 6 to 10 women that are like really mean. It's like, okay, that's not what I'm after. And some other shows, I mean, they're absolutely great. And but it's not my way. So yeah, ICKEDMEL. I quite like him, and I like Mikey. Oh, the internet is weird. James, you should see behind the scenes. You would not believe it. Ask Mixie. She was shocked. Do ya? Yeah. On here, I never mind people mentioning other channels. I never do. There's a couple that are like, ew. But I think we all kind of have similar tastes. Oh, well, we love to have you here, Bruja. You're a great addition. And I thank you. Maiko is legit. You're right, Maxie. He's really good. And he's funny. Damn. Do you know, this is where I give like a lot of credit. You and I, Maxie, have talked about this, behind the scenes and what have you. But he does everything. He does his own editing, he does his own camera, he does everything by himself. To me, that impresses me. Other genres are brutal. People doxing not just content providers, but other people in chat, cray people. Yeah, there is so much of that. And that's not me. I avoid that like the plague. Mikey's accent, yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I like it when his threes. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, the doxing. Oh my goodness gracious. Not my deal. I like the delete button, to be honest with you. If it's what I use, just so I don't have to pay attention to all that crap. I'm not interested in seeing it, let alone being involved, but that's the internet for you. Okay, I didn't check the time, Mark. Okay, not yet. I'm on this. Oh my God, happy. Oh, yeah, right? She does. 15 minutes left, Maxie? Okay, thank you. Oh, yeah, they're families. It's horrible. Like, it's demonic. I don't, and the thing is YouTube will allow that. I can't say shit. Literally, that would, if I was getting paid, that right there, I'm done. No money, no, it doesn't matter. Anything that's made off anything they put in there. Oh my word, Dandy. Like, I have been scrambling. I've been on the phone with Dell, or not the phone. Jesus, Lord Murphy. I've been on like chat with Dell. No, in the phone, Jesus. And trying to do this and trying to do that. And he had me unplugging things and replugging and rebooting. And then he's like, okay, well, I sent you an email and you should maybe try these people because I can't do anything for you. And he tried. So I don't know. As soon as I changed my VPN provider, as soon as I got rid of them, I started to, all the stuff is like, you got a virus, you got this, you need to click this and that will fix it. And it's their site that they're bringing me to. So I think that they're scammers. What are they doing all up in my shit? Yeah, so it was a big panic, Dandy. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. So, oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle are my internet providers. How did you know that? So, what is that called again, Dan? Starlink. Have you heard of that?
Who doesn't?
Me? Just reboot the thing. If you did the auto update, send it back the last time it was good and just delete the whole thing and start over. I'm just happy. It's not, it's Elon Musk, and he's got that, he's providing an internet service that's straight satellite. Yeah, it is like this in the mountains. So if you did the auto update, send it back to the last time it was good, or just delete the whole thing and start over. Well, I've been trying to get McAfee. Like, it's got his claws in here. I don't know how. We do love Shauna. Yeah. So it's letting me do this. So I'm good. Still nothing. Oh, the happy camper. Nice. I think it's awesome when you drive through small towns and you see a sign that says cannabis this way. It's like, oh my God, I love this. Really? You gonna let all my friends out of jail now? Nice, Maxie. How's that, Sean? Oh my goodness. See, I'm just going to wear my mask when I want to talk on here so you guys don't see this mess. Nice, Dandy. Mine's called Classy Joint. It's not near as fun as yours. Somewhere in San Antonio or Austin, there's a big sign that says Murder Lake this way for something like that. Huh. Oh, I love that. The token teepee. Oh my God, I love it. I never turned. That'd be a good road trip for you and your hubby. Yeah, that sounds safe. Mm. There's a town in Saskatchewan called Climax. It's like, what? Bob the Baker. Oh, that is a good name. Oh, babe, name for a horror show? Maria Lives in the Lake. That even sounds scary. Yeah, it's totally what it's called. It's like, did I just see that? All right, Maxie. Yeah, it was hilarious. Mhm. And there's also a place in Saskatchewan that's called Hell, which is a place that happens to go below 0 quite often. So you can actually say that hell does actually freeze over. Oh, that's so awesome, Dandy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, smiling. It was tense this morning. First off, a person expected to see something like right after 9 o'clock, thinking, okay, they took the weekend and they've all thought about it and there's gonna like go guilty, 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 whole bunch of times, and we're done with that. Well, no, they waited like a long time. So I just kept thinking, oh no, it's not gonna be good. And yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I was getting worried. And then I had to go to the dentist, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna miss it. And while the computer wasn't working, that was another thing. The stream stopped. Then I get back here and nothing's working still. And then we started and I got cut off from you guys. Proceed with caution. Yes, I was getting quite nervous. Holy crap. Good job. Letecia and James, Kissing. Dandy. So what was that? That's interesting though, Dandy, that he ripped something up. Hopefully it wasn't pertaining. Maybe it was a phone message or something. Let's hope. That's true too, Mexi. Oh, this is so awesome. Have a drink for me, Mexi. Right to Letecia, Maria, Dame Spanish dude, a pregnant woman. Oh, there's like, oh, and okay, there's Eduardo, and then there's what's the other one? Quincy Jones. And then Mark. There was a Mark. Oh, and then those, yeah, Dandy. She's up for those escape charges soon too. So what happened with her smashing the woman in the face with like Red Bull? Did anything happen? Was there charges like for assaulting a police officer? See? Yes? See? Yeah. That would be one hell of a letter, James. Old Quincy MD. You know all the good shows, James. Oh, yeah. So how long do you think it'll be before Letecia thinks it's a good idea to, like, escape from whatever house she goes to? I can see her trying to dig a tunnel behind her toilet. So do you think that he's going to, the judge is going to reprimand her for being the asshole that she is? Okay, so I've got the stream. I just have to wait now to hook on. The volume cranked. John Wayne. Probably go to high security. So is that where they're like segregated? You think she'll go into someplace where she's segregated, Dandy? Laird of the Manor. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks, Maxie. Woohoo. You can't hear shit? Can't you hear me, Bruja? Maxie, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, thanks, Bruja. That's my trick, Bruja. Ask James. He sat with me for about 45 minutes, and sometimes if I'm on, like, I can't see what's going on in chat. Well, I was muted. So I stopped the stream and deleted it. And poor James, he had sat with me the whole time. Oh, come on. Let's go, guys. I'm stoked. 40 years, right, Dandy? Ah, thank you for that, friend. I appreciate you. I forget to request that, and I actually, it helps me build my channel up, and I keep forgetting. It helps with that algorithm. Like, it really makes a difference. I didn't know that, so I really appreciate that. Oh, do I hear movement? Hang on, guys.
Letecia Stauch. My understanding is that both sides are prepared to proceed to sentencing. Is that accurate? Prosecution?
Yes, you are.
Defense?
Yes, sir.
All right, before we start, well, first of all, I assume that we're going to have some family members.
We have some family members and other people that were affected
Mm.
by this
Okay.
case that would like to speak, yes.
Sure, all right. Before we start, I want to remind everybody that
Thanks,
I am the
Dandy.
person that imposes the sentence in this case. That means that when you come up to the podium, you address all your comments to me. You need to do that in a respectful fashion. Remember the decorum. You guys have done great for the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I know we're at the end now, but it's still important to continue with that type of appropriate and proper conduct. So if there's anyone that is going to speak as to sentencing, you don't turn and face the defendant. All your comments are directed to me. In addition, Ms. Stauch, you'll have an opportunity to make a statement to the court as well. Same rule applies to you. Your comments are directed to me. You don't turn and face anybody in the gallery or anybody else. If you have any comments, you make them to me. So with that, prosecution.
Just before we get started, I just got a notification that it sounds like maybe on WebEx, your mic might be off, or I was just getting a notification that people are not hearing that.
It looks like it's on. Or my tab says it's on.
It is.
Okay.
It
He
is.
says it's working.
Okay.
It may not have been on a little bit ago, and we were having a technical issue, and I think it got restarted, so I think we're okay now.
Okay.
So, but if you continue to get messages, let me know.
I will do, Judge.
Okay.
The first person that would like to make a statement to the court is Nicole.
All right.
And I'll have each person spell a name for the court report.
Yes. All right. Just step up to the podium there and just state your name and then tell me what you have to tell me.
Nicole Mobley, NICOLE I just want to initially thank you for everything that you've done through all of this, as well as the prosecution. This has been well over 3 years of a family, as well as hundreds or thousands of us who have gone through a lot. It's been hard. It's been heartbreaking. And to finally see some kind of justice, especially for his family, is incredible. And I just want to thank everybody for everything that you guys have done.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Jane?
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Janie Cadenas,
All right. Can you spell that last name?
Cadenas.
Okay, go ahead.
Also, like what Nicole said, wanted to thank you for making this such a fair and neutral trial through the process. I am here today as I have sat with the family for the last 3 years as a community member in Lorson Ranch, who the little boy scene, you really that those communities never experienced before. Came together and we had to get involved to do everything we did to system, and this little boy and wasn't just
Okay, guys.
and her relationship that but it's one that members
Oh my.
who
Okay. Jump down and spot bigger. Visitor. I can do. Okay, come on. Sorry. Dead long. Come on.
And and other
Frank, bra.
in order she heard all lunch and current he brought towards he heard
Oh my God. Gabriel. This is or something. We'll give this one. Keeps doing it. Yeah, I'll
his
jump
life.
off.
She murdered his children and his grandchildren. And it just goes on and on. Because of her crime, all of our fragile trust in one another has been further eroded. It's not an exaggeration to say that millions of people throughout the world have heard of this crime and will, as a consequence, be less trusting and more suspicious of those in whose care they entrust their children, even those who have loved and cared for their children for years. And because of her specious, cynical, calculated use of the NGRI defense in this case, those who are truly mentally ill will be treated with more suspicion and may not receive the help that they need. The reverberations of her murder of Gannon will ripple throughout eternity, and the impact of her crime is truly incalculable.
It really is.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone's being good so
Marilyn?
far. Thought that was a mom.
Thank you, Judge. Veronica Birkenstock, spelled Veronica, Birkenstock, Birkenstock.
Like the shoe?
I am Landon's aunt, Veronica, or Aunt V, and his great aunt. Nothing in life prepares you for the murder of a child. No one ever thinks this can happen to your family. A little over 3.5 years ago, I got a call, a very dreaded call, that I needed to come and be with Landon. For over 3 years, I have dear left her side in all the hearings, all the motions, and all the hearings that the defendant decided not to come to because she didn't think it was important. But regardless, we showed up, and we showed up for Gannon. I want to talk about forgiveness today because as a Christian, I have to forgive, not because I want to, because human flesh does not want to. The judge today, on behalf of Landon and I, we want this court to know that we have forgiven Letecia for what she did. God is the ultimate judger. But I pray today that you, Judge, will give her what she deserves on this earth and will let God do the rest in eternity. I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but I would like to leave this Bible. And at some point in time, if you think it's okay, to give to Letecia as she serves her life sentence.
Yep,
That
James.
will be a punishment that you render shortly. But this is a life application Bible. For the rest of her natural life, I hope she will read the Word of God. And I hope that she will turn from her evil ways and the things that she did to our family. I have sat here for 6 weeks, and I have listened to the horrendous things that she did to my nephew. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want the last memory of him to be what she did to him. Our last memory of Gannon was one of fun, love, joy. So articulate, and despite everything, he was gifted and intelligent. He wasn't supposed to live. The day he was born, the doctors told us he had really no chance.
Oh,
Weighed 1 pound and a few ounces. I'll never forget the picture that Albert
Shivers.
sent when he took his wedding ring and it went all the way to his shoulder. For months, I saw Landon and Albert pray over their baby. And one of the happiest days was the day he got to come home. And I was there with them. I got to spend the first night holding him for the first time and look in his beautiful little eyes, and he fought so hard to get there. His 11 years did have impact. And I want us to remember again, and it's who he was, not what this evil deed did to his memory. He is
Yeah.
our hero and will always be our hero.
Yeah.
Letecia tried to steal many things from my niece. She called her a drug addict. She called her homeless when she was in the hospital having her 3rd child. She was there for months and months trying to save her life and her baby. She wasn't homeless. Landon's a good mother. She loved her children. She loved Gannon, and her only son was taken away by someone who was just ferociously jealous of my niece.
Yep.
With all that being said, I pray that you will give her the sentence that she deserves. But I also pray that God will forgive her if she repents and turns from her evil ways.
Thank you.
Well said. Whoa. That was chilling. Oh my goodness.
My name is Bob Rogers, B.O.B.
B.O.B.?
Rogers. My wife Patty and I are grandparents to Lena
Oh,
and
that's
Gannon, who we never had the opportunity.
Canada's good.
Over the past couple of years, there's been a lot of tears and challenges. With Olive, we hopefully helped him walk through this tragedy.
Ooh,
The person
yeah.
that comes to mind for me is Lena. Lena is Gannon's younger sister. And we have the opportunity to be grandparents to her. And she's a beautiful child.
Oh, what was that look, Letecia? Holy
She
crap.
sings beautifully. She's talented. What she doesn't have is an older brother
Yeah.
to stand beside her as she goes through her life. She still mentions Gannon quite often, her brother. We never want the spirit of Gannon or the memory of Gannon to be lost.
Oh.
So I just am a loss for words. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wonder if his dad's going to talk or his mom.
I am Deborah Pierce, Pearce. Sorry. Gannon's grandmother. And I just wanted to thank you, first of all, Your Honor, for this court and everything that's been done for everyone who has so carefully and impartially cared for this case, for this loss of this precious child. And I feel that if Gannon were here today, he would say, please, please protect my family and be concerned for the loss that they've had. This has gone from my children to my grandchildren, little children who lost a cousin who never understood.
Oh, poor
why
lady is
something
right,
like this could
James.
happen.
Oh,
If he were here today, he would say, please take care
big
of my
pit in
family.
the stomach. And
Make sure that they're protected as time goes on and as life goes on. And obviously, to help us to go forward.
oh, right,
in
James?
this
I've thought
life.
about that
Thank
many
you so much.
times.
Thank you, ma'am.
Many, many times that has gone through my head. Yeah, poor Nana Mexi. Like, what? Oh, is that Gannon's mom?
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Landon Bullard, also referred to as Hyatt in this case, but Bullard's Bullard. I miss you, Gannon, and I love you to the moon and back again. I know every day you're with me and your sisters, but that
Oh
will be
my
that will
God.
never be taken away. The ache that I have for you, to hold you, to hug you, to tell you how much I love you, and to see your smile and your innocence. I remember all the pain your dad and I suffered with having children. It was never easy, and we were always fearful through the process.
Oh,
On September the 29th, 2008, our lives were forever changed. Our first biggest blessing came into the world, weighing only 1 pound and 6 ounces.
oh my
You
God.
fought all the odds and developed a personality and a smile that's larger than life.
Mm,
You became my hero that day. You forever changed my heart and my life, and that will never change.
okay,
That is
I'll
something
admit it.
that can never be
Tears.
taken away from me. You came into this world fighting,
Oh
and
no.
unfortunately, you left this world fighting. Your Honor, she fought against someone that he loved and trusted. Someone that myself and Albert both trusted and loved. Someone who can never understand what it means to love or trust anyone but herself. For more than 3 agonizing years, I've often wondered what I may say, or if I would even be able to. For 3 years, I have questioned every single possibility and scenario. For 3 years, I have tried to forgive you, but
Oh,
can't.
heartbreaking.
I want to. But no parent should have to bury their child. No parent should have to see or hear the horrific things you have done to the whole family.
Mm.
She has taken away the most precious gift in this world. Not just my family, not Al's family, but your own family. She destroyed dozens of lives, lives of people who never wanted to believe that she could have done this. She knew how special Gannon was, and she knew what meant the most to me. I, in my heart, can never understand her hatred and insecurities when it came to me. I did love her. Mother to mother, I trusted her with my children while trying to survive a complicated life with my third child. And she used every opportunity to write a narrative of my life to
Whoa,
again to try to
Dandy,
take
yeah.
pieces of my life. And she already took some of it. That still wasn't enough. She searched. What was my place? I don't know where I'm at.
Oh, this poor, poor woman. Oh my
She
God.
searched so hard for love when all
Ugh.
along she had it, but she took it for granted. I didn't hold anger
Oh
against
my
you then.
word.
I still kept my heart open to her. You had so much love from Lena and Gannon, from Harley, her own daughter, that you willingly subjected to the chance of serving time for her crimes. Such an indicator of her inability to love anyone herself.
Yes.
You had support, appreciation for me, even when we couldn't see eye to eye, because I valued her for helping me with our children when I physically couldn't. Even
Oh
when
my
I was
goodness.
fighting for my kids, as you wrote, a false smear campaign against me and my children, and also Al. For me, I still appreciated that they were loved by you. So I thought. She had everyone fooled. She projected abuse and addiction claims against all of us, not just me, when all along she was the one harming innocent children. Anything to take the light off. Manipulating us, breaking my kids, and murdering my son.
Oh my word.
I can't say that she ruined my life, because that would be some form of sick victory for her. Because even through this process, it's been a game to her. The
Yes.
people who listened doesn't know her style or her sly jabs. She's even made at Albert and I. They do not know the significance of certain things she says or does,
Yeah.
but we
Poor,
do.
poor lady, James.
Instead of allowing her to take that power of hurting me further, I wanted to tell you this. Let me tell you what Gannon has done. Even to this day, even after you murdered him and she tried to taint any positive image of him, he has caused families and communities to come together. Children and adults have given their life to Christ. He has called unity in times of trial. He is a
Wow.
hero. She even tried to steal that away. Hey, Kate, huh? The one image of Gannon
Oh, I've
that
got
was
full
created
body
for the world
shivers. Like, oh my
after
God.
it went national. TV begging for the return of my son, my hero. How dare her?
Yep.
How truly sick and cruel is she?
Mm-hmm.
You stole so much from this world. Gannon's cousins, aunts, uncles, sisters, new siblings, grandparents, and friends are missing a huge portion of their lives without Gannon.
Yeah.
Lena is missing her brother. Your Honor, I've never seen a bond between two siblings so close as theirs.
Oh my
She
God.
had to take that. Why? I'm afraid we may never know that answer, will we? I show his baby sister Nova pictures and videos of Gannon so she will always remember who he is. But she stole him from us. He is not forgotten and never will be.
Nope.
And it's so sad to sit here today and face
I
her
know,
in person
Dandy,
giving Gannon
right?
love.
Oh.
One that I know while she was attacking and killing him and fought for his life, he defended himself against her, still loving her. A love she never deserved from him for what she has done. While she is too much of a coward to even come forward with the truth, she owes it to Gannon. But the lack of remorse and the lack of respect to Gannon through this child, her lack of compassion shows me that she and we were all wrong. She manipulated all of us and never loved Gannon, Lena, or Harley.
Yeah.
I've sat here for over a month having to listen to her sick lies, even as she tried to destroy who I was and Albert as a father. I've had to sit and listen and watch every reenactment of images no one wants left
Oh
in their
my God.
mind. You wanted to leave us with that, knowing it would torture us. But you underestimated me. I am Landon, Gannon's mom, and that will never change. Through my hurt, anger, and pain, I will never be the monster that she is. I can never be filled with the hate that her heart holds. I pray that we will never have to look at her face again.
Oh,
I will continue to hold on to my faith.
oh my
Vengeance is not mine, as I surely
God.
wish it could be at times, but it's the Lord's. I have to trust in that. Thank you, Judge Warner, for your compassion,
Mhm.
your patience through this trial. I want to thank the juror for their attentiveness and time that they took for justice for my boy, to the detectives, officers, legal team for every single second they've poured out into Gannon's case, and to the community for your countless hours. Tisha, that was her biggest mistake. You underestimated this community and this defensive team, Lorson Ranch. They searched for and fought for Gannon within hours, and they never believed your lies from the moment they started. None of these people ever gave up on him. You never looked. All of these people I will forever hold close to my heart. Always Gannon strong. My G-men forever. Justice has
Aye.
been served today.
Yes.
Your Honor, I pray that you just give her the best sentencing, the longest sentencing that you can.
Yep.
This will not bring my son back, but I can sleep soundly for the first time in 3 years, knowing that you can never harm, this defendant can never harm anyone again, knowing Gannon will always be a true hero in a cape. He will always be my son. That will never be taken away.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr.
Boy, that was hard.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told
Told
me,
me.
don't make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.
Ah.
It
Oh.
was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker.
Wow.
Stauch.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Capital Father. Last name Stauch.
Oh my God.
Stauch. I'm going to start with something from my wife. Not to go out of order, but I didn't think she could make
The
it
next
through it,
one's
so-
hard too, James.
This is my wife, Melissa, and these are her words. Some may say or think that I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Tisha. In part, that may be accurate, because then Gannon would still be here.
Mm-hmm.
I too know the pain of losing a child. There is no greater pain. We are now
Right, Dandy?
lifelong
Oh
partners,
God, man. Oh
as
man.
this is a lifelong journey of pain, with 2 sons waiting for us in heaven.
2 sons? What the hell? What? Oh yeah, this is tears for sure,
That's some
right?
words from my daughter Elena. I will address in the middle of my speech, but they're written in yellow, so I leave it to a child. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years, finds shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. His name Invictus, translated from the Latin, means unconquerable. I quoted
Does
this
the
same
lawyer
poem
stand
to
there
the
like that
River
so that
Colorado Springs
the
back in
person cannot
August
like
of
jump at
2020.
her?
Why August of 2020? When his body was ripped to shreds on January 27th?
Oh,
Well,
it's
as we heard
horrible. This is,
testimony to, his
oh
body
my
was found
God.
1,370 miles away.
Oh my
And then the
God.
process to identify his maggot-infested remains
Oh my
was
God. Oh
going
my
from us until July
God.
2020.
Frick.
As I stated in my testimony on the stand,
Harsh.
Gannon was born severely premature and barely filled my two hands the first time I held him.
Oh my
At
God.
the end of his life, after his body was cremated into a pile of ashes, he was ultimately no bigger than the first time I held him.
Mm.
As brutal as the wait became, I'm thankful to God and the bridge workers for finding him and returning his precious body to Landon and I. I quote the poem Invictus
Yes,
again,
Maxie.
not to boast of my
Harsh.
strength and perseverance, Your Honor, but to say to the world, I alone can control my actions and reactions. Your Honor, I refuse to allow anger to poison my soul and orient my life to a pursuit of vengeance. I refuse to allow pain to carry me through each day and promote the pursuit of medicinal retribution toward the offender. I refuse also to let my mind be clouded by inconsistency and emotions that deter me from the purpose in this life. Your Honor, the price I pay each and every day for this resolve is to only get pieces and parts of my son.
Mm.
Inconsistently through time. But the pain is too heavy and the anger too overwhelming and the desire for vengeance too vexing. Instead, each and every day I pursue peace. I seek joy in my life and let the love I have for my wife and family flow in and out of me like a mighty wave.
Mm.
As I told Tisha regularly at the end of our relationship, my joy is mine alone and she cannot rob me of that. I will learn to experience G more and more as time goes on, but as I did my best to instill into his precious soul, love, joy, service, and kindness are the pathway to take in life. This picture shows that in the 4th grade, he already had a mind for service. Throughout these past 3 years since Gannon was beaten and drugged, carved up, shot at point blank range, and discarded like yesterday's garbage, I've encountered many people that would figuratively do the same to me. I've been questioned, compared as Tisha did to my abusive father, and ridiculed for my approach to finding Gannon. I hope now that the world has seen that I was assigned the most arduous task of finding Gannon in the only place that was possible for him to have been in the mind of a killer. Were my efforts fruitful? I believe so. But from the moment I did not see the Volkswagen Tiguan, or however you say it, at French Elementary on that Tuesday evening, a clear direction for finding Gannon pointed directly and precisely at
Yep.
Tisha. While others online, some who are even in the
Mhm.
courtroom today, question my perceived lack of effort or concern, I stood still and stood firm in knowing that only one person had the information needed to find Gannon. Now I say woe to the person who questions a father's resolve when the safety and well-being of children are at stake. I did not waver. I did not falter in the pursuit, nor did I allow the mentality of the mob to shake me.
Mm.
But it was only by the grace of God that Gannon's precious body was finally found. In Mark 4:39 of the Bible, in the middle of the storm, Christ arose and rebuked the wind and said, "Peace, be still." In times of trial in my life, from seeing my father being taken away in handcuffs, seeing that sweet 1 pound, 6 ounce baby boy for my firstborn son being put into a Ziploc bag after he was born to help regulate his body temperature, and now searching for and never finding my son again, I have but one choice, and that is the times of trial and tribulation, to have that peace and be still. As I alluded to previously, that stillness does provide an easy target for many who do not understand peace, hope, and even faith. Some, including Tisha, feasted on my stillness, attacked, and yes, left several scars.
Yep.
One of these scars comes in the form of financial and residential ruin that began in the early days of this ordeal. I'm just going to skip this part because I don't want to make this any more about me. I'm not seeking any restitution, Your Honor. For the $1.50 a month I received from the defendant, Letecia, would just keep me connected to her for the rest of my life, and I don't want that.
Yep.
Absolutely no restitution, Your Honor.
Yeah.
The murderer of which I speak was not always such. When I met Letecia, she was beautiful, extremely intelligent, as many have testified to, and a seemingly successful woman. A far cry from the nappy-headed, murderous, narcissistic, and arrogantly flippant human being that sits in our midst today. Having a background in teaching, social work, higher education, certified babysitting, and endless amount of credentials, that should render one trustworthy when it relates to the safety of children. However, although she remains too much a coward to state the facts of what she did to Gannon, too much a lily-livered, self-centered, pathological liar to ask for forgiveness, and too much the facade of one who actually cares for others to have taken her frustration not on an adult or one who could defend themselves, she will one day give an account through her words or through her
I don't have any hearts on here.
Sending pictures of Gannon sleeping to Landon and I was telling, as the boy looked pale and absent of the energy so defined him. This is what a happy, healthy little boy looks like when he's sleeping in the next picture.
Yeah. That picture was like, what?
That's what a little boy sleeping looks like. These pictures on the screen are of a happy, healthy little boy that is sleeping sweetly, healthily where he lay. The impact Letecia had as a result of this heinous crime stretches far wider and far deeper than I could depict through my statement today. 2 other people torn to pieces as a result of this are Gannon's sister, Lena, and Harley.
Yes.
Speaking of Harley, I feel as though I've lost 2 children as a result of this tragedy. One of which I will never see on this earth again, and the other which I do not know if a relationship can be salvaged with. Not for Lena. The video you saw as submitted in evidence, her bebopping down the street, is actually an excellent depiction of Lena and her happiness and her joy in life. She is very loving, trusting, and at times way too social. Normally, you might be concerned by your little girl talking to the utility guy working in the front yard, but in this case, it was the inside of her own home that was of grave concern.
Yes.
Nonetheless, her loss, Lena's loss, is like none I can even imagine. She lost her big brother, her only brother at the time. I still do not know if she has fully processed or fully understands the gravity of the situation, but regardless has pressed forward and is thriving as best as she can. I am so proud of her. And these are her words. Once again, they're in yellow, so I'll do the best I can. And this is what I asked her if she wanted to say anything to Letecia, and this is what she said in her sweetest mind that she has. That you do not do that to people, especially your stepkids. And that it is never all right to do these things. How sweet of a response can you give?
Oh.
Now for my precious, premature firstborn son. Get it? I never in my wildest dreams would have ever thought you'd be in danger, buddy, or I wouldn't have not left you at home with what turned out to be your murderer and the last person ever see you on this earth.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh. Oh.
Through a father's eyes, children are truly a gift from God, and among the best and most perfect creations God can make. Your Honor,
Oh.
I do need to clear one thing up with the defense.
Her lawyer is crying. Her lawyer is crying.
Gannon has been compared to a demon, and I understand the process.
Oh my
But
God.
if they want to take the case up of Gannon being a demon, I will line people up from Alaska.
Letecia's
to Denver,
lawyer
Colorado,
was
all the way to South Carolina to
crying.
testify against them.
You
Gannon
frickin'
was nobody's
monster.
demon. I don't care how much anyone was abused or anything. He was not anyone's demon.
Oh, that tells you something when her own lawyer is crying.
Gannon
This
was truly,
poor man. Oh my God. What?
Gannon was truly my buddy. Very recently, before he died, the most
Oh,
alarming thing he did
dandy.
was call me dad. Up until age 10 or 11, I was daddy. But in the last months of his life, I was just dad.
Oh my
A
God.
signal that he was coming into those junior high, pre-teenage years. Another amazing thing that is he finally started asking me regularly to play ball with him. He was never too much into sports for most of his life.
The
That last
judge
6
is
to 9 months,
crying.
He really started enjoying playing ball. Some of the most memorable times were him running little 5-yard football routes in the street in front of our house. Most of the time he dropped the ball, but he kept asking, let's do it again. I almost had it that time, Daddy. Oh, and that Nintendo Switch.
Damn.
One of the most difficult pieces of evidence to give up was his Nintendo, because that probably has the most of him on it. Knowing I may never see that again is truly devastating. For him, many of his games were not just games, but a challenge to overcome, as I made him beat specific games before I would buy him the next one. I remember not long before he died, him beating the old school Zelda game he had.
That was
He
a
thought
great
he was getting
game.
close to
Good,
beating the final
good choice.
monster. He paused it, ran upstairs, and we sat at the kitchen island, and he beat it right there together with me. He was as excited as I ever saw
Oh
him.
my goodness.
With all of that and all of the pain of only being able to see him play through the one YouTube video he was able to make, which I'm about to play, I can sleep in peace at night because the father I am and the son he is was culminated as always in our final embrace as he ran out of arms and downstairs to watch Pokemon, I in his heart and he in mine. If we could try to play that video, just maybe the first 10 or 15 seconds of it.
The judge, her lawyers, the
Hey
whole
guys,
everyone.
today I'm about to play some Sonic Maniac.
Alright, zoom in.
And yes, cameraman is right here. Derpa Star White Gaming. And yes, sign up for our channels.
Look at
We're going to be
Letecia.
doing a lot of these together. Give a shout out to him. His channel, Freedom.
Yeah, right.
That was one of the many he hoped to make and the only one he was actually able to make. I do want to add something that I don't have in my speech that
Mofo.
me and Landon already had a conversation about this, and I owe her an apology as well as she already gave me one, that we allowed Tisha to manipulate us into some of the pain and disagreements that we had between one another. And Landon, I'm sorry.
Justice
say
for
this.
Gannon.
Tisha was not the glue to keep everything together. She was not the answer. And this is not a jab, Landon, okay? But Lena still lives with me. Tisha, you were not the answer. Now, Your Honor, if I have any influence on the final sentence for Tisha, first I ask to be stripped of my last name immediately. It's nauseating and infuriating to hear her call Miss Stauch this past week.
Oh, I bet.
Secondly, I ask that for every mile she drove Gannon across the country, she spent 1 day in solitary confinement.
There you go.
I think that take us in between 3 and 4 years.
Nice.
After that journey is complete, I recommend her sentence be equal to every year she stripped off of Gannon's life, which for the average male in America right now is 77. So that would give her 66 more years in addition to the 11 he lived. Lastly, for every year of Harley's life that she abusively manipulated that child, she should have an additional year of prison. It adds 21 years to the total. I think without parole, that should suffice. I pray also that Tisha lives the fullest and happiest life that any inmate possibly can live. I also pray that every night before she falls asleep, her last breath before she drifts off sounds just like the breath that describes Gannon breathing as life left his body.
Whoa.
And that all through her sleep, she dreams of all the fun they had at Disney and other places we went throughout our time together. And then every morning she's about to wake, the end of her dream, the last words Gannon spoke or screamed or cried, Tisha, stop. You're hurting me.
Oh my
Why,
God. Oh my God.
Daddy, help me. I want my mom.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Why couldn't you let him just be a mama's boy?
Oh my God.
That's all he wanted to be. He just loved his mama.
Oh my God.
I wish she would tell me what those words were so I would know.
Oh my God.
And then as she speaks those words, The sound of a gunshot goes off and she wakes. Every day in my memory, she relives just those moments. And then wakes up to a nice, warm, and kosher breakfast.
Mm.
In conclusion, I would like to share a picture of Gannon in his final state
Uh-oh.
and find a resting place.
Okay.
And thank everyone that has had a positive impact on my family and I. To everyone that has shared the positive impact Gannon has had on your life. From a proud and broken father, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I'd like to pause until we can get that last photo.
Oh my word. That was hard. That poor man. Oh my God. You frickin' evil witch. Is she smirking over there? You guys? Is she smirking? Oh, how heartbreaking was that? The judge was crying. The lawyers were crying. I was crying. Is she smirking? Let me know, guys, if you think that that's a smirk. We're all crying. Yeah. Yeah. Mexi, is she smirking, Mexi?
Not getting a feed from your laptop. It's fine. Oh, there it is.
Thank you, everyone.
I thought so. Huh. That's what I thought, Dandy. What the frick? Okay, okay. We've got it on here too. Oh my goodness. She's evil. We're all crying. Everybody is crying. And she's sitting there smirking. I bet you that lawyer stood where he did so that nobody would make a move, is my guess.
I think that concludes the comments from family and friends, Judge.
Anyone
So
going to speak for
I'm not sure if
Letecia?
you're ready to hear sentencing comments from me or if you want to do a different process.
Let me hear the sentencing comments from you. The last person that I always hear from in a sentencing is the defendant. So
Can I have just a moment? Please?
you may go ahead.
Holy crap.
Yeah, just in the abundance of caution, I would ask the court to keep restitution open for a period of time. Obviously, Mr. Stauch is not asking for any restitution, but there may be some that we want to submit. And so I would ask the court to keep that open.
Well, based on the new case regarding timelines, I'm going to give you 49 days to submit an order.
Thank you.
If there is an objection, you'll need to file the objection within 14 days after that.
Oh my God.
That'll give us all right. So 49 days, 14 if there's an objection, and if there is, we'll have a hearing.
Okay, thank you, Judge. Judge, I'm not going to make a long drawn out statement. I think the comments from the family and friends of the Stauch family said it better than I ever could about the impact that Gannon had on their lives. The loss of Gannon from his family and to this community will never be made right through this process. We all know that. The defendant, through her own actions, tore Gannon's family apart, tore this community apart. And at the same time, I've never seen a community come together the way this community did in the face of such tragedy over an 11-year-old boy who most of us never knew. The defendant manipulated this community, Gannon's family, the investigation. I've been a prosecutor for a long time, Judge. You've seen a lot of cases. I've never seen the kind of horror that this defendant brought down on a community and a family. The torture that Gannon had to suffer in the last moments of his life are unspeakable. No matter what sentence you give us, Judge, and I know what that sentence is going to be for the most part, no matter what the sentence is, we'll never bring Gannon back.
Oh my
But I
God.
will go a long ways
You
towards
guys.
healing this community. I hope healing Landon. I hope healing Al. They're going to live the rest of their lives second guessing every decision they made as it relates to leaving their children in the care of this defendant.
Yep.
Through no fault of their own.
It's true though.
Judge, on count 1 and count 2, count 2 merges into count 1. The only sentence available is life in prison without parole. As to count 4, tampering with a deceased human body, driving Gannon's body over 1,300 miles away, hiding it from view, hoping it would never be found. Ask for the maximum sentence of 12 years, Judge, and that it be running consecutive to the life in prison without parole. Tampering with physical evidence is an F6. It's 1 to 1.5 years. I ask that you give max on that as well and run that consecutive. Judge, we do have that other pending case, 20 CR 3170, hanging out there. In the grand scheme of things, well, I'd love to prosecute this defendant for that charge as well. In the interest of justice, I would like to see this defendant in Department of Corrections custody as soon as possible.
Yes.
So we are dismissing that count or that charge.
Oh, boom.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Off she goes.
All right, at this point in time, the defense has an opportunity to present statements in mitigation.
He just finished
Lynn?
crying and he's supposed to go up and talk. What's he saying?
Give me an order. Okay. And Ms. Stauch, I heard what your attorney had to say, but I need to hear it from you. You have a right to address the court at this point in time regarding any matter that you want me to consider for sentencing. Do you have anything that you wish for me to consider, ma'am? All right.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Oh. Hey, Shauna. Oh my God, we've all
I
been
don't have the
crying.
ability to do that. DOC determines where its inmates go, and I'm not going to make a
Oh.
recommendation one way or the other. And I'm going to
Mexi.
apologize before I do this. I've heard a lot. I want to take about 10 minutes to put my thoughts in order.
Yeah, he was crying.
I'll come back with my sentencing at 3:25.
5 minutes. Oh, man. She's laughing. She is laughing. Oh my God. She was laughing. What? unreal. Oh my goodness, this woman. So do I, Maxie. Oh my goodness. 9 News, you guys, they've been awesome. They've been providing most of the stream. They are in my description. Oh, I don't know all the laws to be able to do that. Oh, how long she makes it upon arrival. Oh, no, no, no. I get it. I was thinking that it was how long until the judge. So what the hell here? Do you think that I might have to do this? Please do not let this interrupt us. Okay. He should come back on the same stream. Hoofda. Okay, as soon as he comes back. I don't think it'll be long. Unless she gets put into some kind of protective custody thing. Do they do that to people like her? They've got to have a place where people like her go. There's enough of them in this world. In normal population, they won't survive. It's a given. So what do you do with a wench like this? And yeah, Letecia was laughing. Like, what the actual hell was that? And I mean, it almost looked like she said, was he crying? And the lawyer nodded, and she started laughing. That is the way I seen that. I'll probably go back and take a look, but that is what I think I saw. Look at how precious he is. That little voice. I'm worried about the burns on my arms. Like, what the living? I hope she gets fried. Her dad, or Gannon's dad, Al, I mean, I crumbled. When he crumbled, I was like, oh God. Like, what she hasn't done. She'll get her. She's getting hers. She is getting hers. And I love the fact that the states said, we're going to take those charges away. We're not going to charge her with that because we want to see her in the penitentiary faster. It was like, nice. So he should be back like any minute here. Oh, that evil, evil thing. Can you imagine somebody you truly cared about, like she was married to this guy, to L, I won't call him this guy, and she does this? How does that make, like, I feel so bad for him. How does one wrap their head around that? Like, I've been in bad relationships and gone, oh my God, nothing like this. Oh my word. I'm gonna go back over here. I'm just gonna refresh. I am not a robot. Okay, we're still good. Okay. Okay, still nothing. Do you guys ever watch Wentworth? Damn good show. Okay, hold on here. Okay. I can't wait to hear what he has to say to her. Giddy up. Get ready, Letecia. You're gonna get it. We've seen where he speaks his mind.
A parent's worst nightmare is getting a phone call letting them know that something has happened to their child.
Yep.
How much worse must that nightmare be when law enforcement asks not for a picture of your loved one, but rather DNA and dental records?
Mm.
I've also heard it said that one of the worst tragedies a parent can experience is to outlive a child. I have known people, both
Just starting,
professionally and
Maxie.
personally, who have gone through that. It never leaves them, but the sharpness of the pain does diminish to some extent over time. I cannot fathom the pain Mr. Stauch and Ms. Bullard have experienced as a result of the defendant's actions.
Mm-hmm.
A sentence in a criminal case such as this
Yeah.
will not change the fact that their son's life was taken from them, and no sentence I impose and nothing I say will ever change that fact. Ms. Stauch, you betrayed the person you loved enough to marry. You told your husband lies and took away someone he loved. You took away every day that Mr. Stauch or Ms. Bullard could have had with their son. When you take a life, regardless of how you do that, you forever alter the future. Neither Mr. Stauch nor Ms. Bullard will ever see their son graduate from high school, go through the joy and the pain of that first love, or get married. They will never know what kind of impact their son may have had on the world if only he had lived to become an adult.
Mm.
And had Gannon's body not been found, they never would have known what happened to Gannon.
That's right.
They would always have had a lingering doubt about what happened to Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot imagine the pain and sense of loss associated with that. You betrayed your daughter, Harley Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot imagine the emotional impact that you have had on her due to your selfish and calculated actions. This is a young woman that trusted you to put her interests above yours. This is a young woman who believed in you.
Ooh, look at her lawyer staring her down.
Right up until the time that you pled not guilty by reason of insanity. And she still loves you.
Mm-hmm.
That's natural for a child, and it doesn't matter how much older they get. You were supposed to protect her. I cannot imagine the guilt she feels or the therapy that she will need to address your betrayal. There is no evidence that she had anything to do with the murder or your cover-up of it, but some people still think that she is somehow involved. She wasn't.
Mm-mm.
The incredible strength of will and courage that it took for her to come in and testify is amazing to me. But
Yeah.
she did it because, as she said, it was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And while thankfully she didn't testify, let's not forget about Lena.
Yeah.
You betrayed her too. You took her brother from her and forever altered her family dynamics. She will always wonder who she can trust and will always feel that loss. She was there the day you killed Gannon. It's even this 8-year-old girl held her body from the basement to the back of your car.
Mm-hmm.
It's older, is one no more, and going to if there's something you could have done to prevent this.
It's Tommy.
To realize that you have no
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh. Please. Oh, guys. Sorry.
that has mental health issues. It's also no secret that our country and our health system could do a much better job addressing health issues than it does. However, the number of people with health issues who be violent is small, and the number who be murdered is small still. You stuck to the someone to again. During the hours that you spoke with aging, told you he sometimes good people do bad and times get an accident. Then Gannon, then you go out and about against you. This is a Messiah Everest. What was your position after that? Well, it was an accident, and you didn't do it. Carefully crafted for to avoid consequences. Also, of the pedestrian and Mr. Stauch suggested much earlier when the issue was an accident. Multiple personality.
Oh my God. How long was
I
that?
have over case where Mrs. B defended the inclusion crime without with that law.
Yeah, I'll mix. Getting bearable.
Period of time in their lives that they could not account for. Their body may have sustained an injury, and they don't know how it happened. They may have some new object in their house or on their person, and they have no idea where they got it from. We all have free will, and we all make choices based on that free will. The people who suffer from the mental disorder you claim are terrified because their free will has been taken from them, and they are being subjected to things and experiences they don't understand and don't have any recollection of. You didn't behave anything like that. One of the purposes is to impose an appropriate sentence for the criminal conduct that occurred. Another purpose is to punish an offender by imposing.
Come on before my internet screws up
the
again.
seriousness of the offense. Yet another purpose of sentencing is to prevent crime and promote respect for the law by providing an effective deterrent to others likely to commit a similar offense. Anyone who's been in my courtroom before knows that I've said sentencings are the most difficult thing that I do. That's especially true in cases where someone has lost his or her life. Nothing I or the law can do will ever bring that person back. I have handled hundreds, if not thousands, of criminal cases over the years. I think at this point in my career, I've presided over something like 200 jury trials. I've sentenced hundreds more defendants pursuant to plea agreements. This is not the first murder case that has come before me. This is not the first case I have presided over which involves harm to a child. This is not the first case I have had where a person who was in an unhappy marriage committed a crime. Sadly, statistically, there is a high correlation between violent acts, including murders, and family members. I have had a number of cases which have demonstrated one person's capacity for cruelty toward another human being. I can, however, say without hesitation that the facts in this case are the most horrific I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Your conduct in this case deserves the maximum punishment
Nice.
that I can impose under Colorado law. As such, with respect to the charge of first-degree murder after deliberation, I remand you to the custody of the Colorado Department of Corrections for the remainder of your life with no possibility of parole.
Boom.
With respect to the charge of murder in the first degree of a child under 12 by a person in a position of trust, I remand you to the custody of the Colorado Department of Corrections for the remainder of your life
Na
with
na
no
na
possibility
na.
of parole.
Eh,
Those
eh,
two sentences will blur. If you
goodbye.
have questions about that, you
I'm
can ask
almost
the
afraid to
attorneys.
talk too loud. I don't want to lose the feed.
With respect to the charge of tampering with the deceased human body, I'm also going to sentence you to 12 years, followed by a 3-year period of parole. That sentence is to be consecutive to the life sentences that I've already imposed. With respect to tampering with physical evidence, I'm going to impose an 18-month sentence. That sentence is also consecutive to the murder to the sentences for the murder charges that I have
Nice.
imposed. I also understand, with the consent of the prosecution, and I'm assuming no objection from the defense, that I will dismiss all the charges in 20 CR 3170, close that out, subject to restitution, give the people 49 days for restitution, 14 days for response, and if there's an issue, we will set it within the 90 days, from. I think that resolves all outstanding matters. Is there anything else that the prosecution wishes for me to address?
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Defense? Court will be in recess.
Oh my God, we got here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Oh, here we go. There we go. Stand up. Oh. Oh my God. Holy, that was emotional. I don't know how long I was offline there. I was trying to like just do one thing at a time. So thanks for coming back, guys. So she got what we wanted. She got life, 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 life. Wow. Well done. So, you know what? Being that the stream is acting kind of iffy before I get booted off, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys over at Discord and woohoo. Good job. Okay, guys. I'll see you in the next one.